Good evening guys, Nettuno talking today, bringing a new video. Probably this video is one of the most important that I have already done here in the channel. I'm gonna teach you, explain to you something that made a total difference to me. Probably if I had done that 7 years ago, I wouldn't be here and would not survive in the sports trade. This is not just my experience either. Several other people who did this, man, also changed a lot of them, and I see that people who make money today with the sports trade. When I talk about sports trade, also bets or whatever you want to call it, there is a lot that you, although they may make different shapes, but the idea behind of it's the same. I will explain my concept of branches. I like to call them that. I have brought many years and that's what I use to spend a lot on course, although many people do not understood this. I saw that the people who understood the expensive part has changed a lot their trade, greatly changed their income mainly, to be clear. I'll give you a first somewhat theoretical application and then I'll give you a very practical explanation. It is practical to use, okay? I'll use this bunch of videos that I make in the World Cup with several entries, some pretty crazy entries. As a background, there will stay a lot of course to understand what I wanted to talk about. First, the following. What matters to you when you're doing the trade or when you go at the end of the day, look there at Betfair on the site you make? What does it matter to you? Your balance. The balance that is our Betfair ruler. If your balance is positive, it's all great, and if it's down, it's all bad. More or less like this as when I started in the sports trade. Man, I spent some 2 years here banging head and inside without get off place. And in the middle of this process, one day I stopped. I took the 3 months of Betfair, of course. You can enter the site, you can download now the 3 historical months of 3 months ago. If you want a longer history, send an email, then they send. I got those 3 months and sheet them all separately by markets, gold markets, match odds markets, HT. Has everything I did. I planned to each market and I put a spreadsheet. When I look at the results of those 3 months, I saw that I had markets that I earned a lot of money and other markets that I was losing a lot of money. The HE market was a huge hole in my stall. I just finished looking one day and another I thought, how strange, what I have done. Then I got a spreadsheet of Excel because it was a little vague, you know. Match odds, it's the probabilities. I had a number, but I did a lot of things in the odds. You have the back, you have the lay, favorite back, lay zebra, favorite layout, the first half, the second time that should be faced in a different way. The trade is sportive in the first half is one thing, in the second time another. Not entering much, but finally. So I did a lot of things in the market of probabilities, so I separated all that of favorite back, favorite layout, back second half, lay second half. I put everything I used to do. Then I opened about 20 spreadsheets of Excel, and for each one I gave a name. Each one was a branch of mine, and the sports trade I had 20 branches of everything I did. I make a trade. I used to have a paper right here, so I made a bet. It's Real Madrid. I went in and out so as not to stay during the game opening the Excel. I made an entry under and out, and I did so much. At the end of the game, I put everything on the spreadsheets. I did this for a month. The month ended and I went to look at the results. And I remember, I'm not saying it's wrong to directly under limit, but this month I had lost money in there under limit. Soon I went to lose money in there under limit. And so I descended into the realm of the under limit because it was very good to do. Because you're in and out making money in a very fast way. And in the first month that I went to write down, I lost money. Then I repeated the process in the second month. Same red on under limit, then take out the other markets, writing the HT market, a lot of things that I did and strategies that I didn't think were so cool. It's plugging the holes in these markets where I lost several strategies, where I lost money. So from off the second month, I stopped making entries in what I was losing money. I had 20 strategies and then I reduced to 7, 8. I can't remember what it was like at the time. But the simple fact that I stopped to do what I was losing money So this made my bank a huge leverage. The simple fact of stop doing what I was losing money with, my bank went up. Can you see? So that I bring to this day. How do I know whether I'm good or bad in something? Okay. So look at this way. In the sports rate, we have an infinity of things to do. It has 1 million strategies that you can do. You can do infinity things in here. Nobody will be good at everything. There may be someone good for see a game, that will get a goal, someone good to make sure you don't win the game. I don't know. How to find out where you're good? There is only one way, and that is to write down. There's no other way to do this. Stop 1 or 2 months, 3 months, make a spreadsheet and write down to see where you're good or bad. And if you see all the people who make money, you'll notice that they are very specifics. Nobody's good at everything. Nobody makes money at everything. Oh, I make money with corners, with over, with match odds, with label. Nobody's like that. You have some exceptions. Maybe the god of trade is like this. And I'm not this exception. And I don't know anyone like this. Everyone I know and make real money, they are very specific people. The guy who makes money, it's working on over. The other one works on horses. And other works on... These things are very specifics, you see. So when I did this thing, it raised a lot. It brightened my trade method. It helped a lot. So if you're out there, it's been 1 year, 2 years, and you're not earning money, I have a question for you. Where you lost your money and how you lost it? You'll be answering me, I don't know. Oh, Nettuno, I don't know how I lost money. So paperwork, spreadsheet, split everything you do. On this side, I do LTD. Here I do under 2.5. Here I do over 5.5. Man, and here we go. Spent 3 months writing down everything and oh, Nettuno, we lost 3 months or 2 months writing down. Okay, so you can lose 1, 2, 3, 5 years of your life, lost money just because of laziness to writing down for 2, 3 months, right? So here's the deal. Do it. Spend this time in quotation marks. Give yourself the luxury of doing so. You see it will be good for you, all right? That was a theoretical explanation. I think it was pretty clear, okay? So let's a practical explanation. Now just let me put my glasses here. If not, I strain my eyes too much. Let me put a tiny version of me here. Alright. I'll open here so you guys can see. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? It's here. It's here. This is what I wanted to show you. Every day that there's a World Cup game, I post a video on YouTube. I was criticized a lot, but anyway, that's another subject. I'm gonna show you guys the results of all of my entries that I did until now. Today is 8th. Today so didn't happen the games of the 9th. I wanted to do this during the first round. Tomorrow there are 2 games, but I won't be able to record because I have a trip. Anyway, there's not a subject. It doesn't matter. Alas, my starting stand was 100, right? And my current bank is 60.40. I lost 3 stakes and 1/3 of others, right? What a crap. I lost money. Okay, I suck. I don't know how to do this. This is not for me. This is an illusion. No one makes money with that. I'll take the 66 and make an all win and I don't care. Isn't that how many think, right? But what if it were the other way around and had won 3 stakes and was with 130? Wow, I'm the king of trade. I'm sending my boss away. I'll live on it. It is not so either, okay? So the results until now, the 80th, was negative of 3.36 stakes. I know 10% of this is stock in each entry, an entry of 10 reals in each one of these. So now, look at that. Here, I have separated each entry I made, okay, as if it were branches separated from each other. I have match odds, over and unders, high odds, corners, players, go time and handicap. That's what I have done so far. Just simply looking at this here, If I stop making these entries in high odds, there was the Cavani to make head to 8, the bait mark from outside the area, Mario Fernandes to make the 14. If I stop doing this here, I lost 5 stakes, I would be in profit. The worst was that bait ball that hit on the bin and hit the line. If that ball enters, I would have made 80 stakes here. It would have made a nice profit. That would have made me a trader or a better pointer. No, I wouldn't have become better or worse. Can you see? If any of these had hit, would have reversed the result. So what I'm gonna do from now on in the second round, I will stop doing this, right? Yeah, I'm explaining to you, but I do it in trade constantly. Every month I have my favorite back, the favorite lay second half. Everything I do in trade, which are a few things, is noted there. There are 6 and now I'm reducing to 3. Anyway, that's not the subject. So yeah, I'll stop doing that. Didn't work out. I'm seeing that isn't working. Endpoint and no more. Match odds, it was very negative, but here I'll be a little more stubborn because it is a market that I like very much to work. I will insist a little on match odds because there are only 3 entries. There is a very small, and the good thing is to have a show of 2 or 3 months of 20 entries each. Do 20 entries. Here I make 20 entries, and often when you make those 20 entries, you will not make a profit, where everything will be red. But in the process of these 20 entries, it is very likely that you'll find something in that strategy you think, oh, if I change it here and you make 20 more on paper and you see that you lost 30% before and I only lost 10% now, you do it again to see the profit. Does it take a little time? Yes, this is how it works, okay? The over and under, here are the results. Let's see the results. I lost 2 stakes here as well. Man, I think I will stop with the over and under. I didn't like it. I have a sample of 7 entries. I didn't like the over and under. I made a lot of mistakes. It's hard to have a parameter of over and under in the World Cup. I will stop this one and I will stop this one. In corners, it was very good. It was a mark that I had never done. It was the last hour for a corner in Belgium, Panama. Excellent, I will continue. Players, Cristiano Ronaldo to score, Diego Costa to score, Gabriel Jesus not to score. An offside for Lukaku, who was the only that didn't work. Very good result that gave 13.5 stakes. It was very good and surprised me. The goal time has no sampling, only 1. Handicap was 0 to 0, was a 10% positive. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 branches here. I made 7 types of entries in the first round of the World Cup. And I see here clearly where I make money and where I lose money. So how do I make my bankroll? And how do I make money? I stopped doing these things that I lost money. That's what I did. I don't know, 6 years ago, that changed my trade a lot. I started to make a lot of money, not so much money, but it worked at the time when I stopped doing that. If I had done that, gathered and analyzed everything, would be until today losing or even would have abandoned the sports trade. And the people that I passed that actually did that, it changed a lot their trade, a lot. And the results, so there are several examples of known people who did this and did something similar with it. And then they started to make a lot of money. So you stop, continue in the World Cup because it's a unique event. But we have the championships, Brazilians will start again, and the European championships. So when the time comes, stop. What do? Make a note. I have a strategy that is to take the favorite. My criteria are such and such and such. Make a note, otherwise you'll forget. If you always look like this, you won't get anywhere. Take it and write it down. I do this for this and for this reason. I will go with back when my team is high, for example. 70% ball possession, 5 shots to go, offensive lateral. I don't know, it has an infinity of criteria to make your strategy. Do this 100%. You're making a game, it's over, make a spreadsheet. and see where you win, where you lose, if you lose some money, or you stop making or putting less stake. Where you make money, put more money in. It's simple. It's simple. I will put more money where I'm winning. It is wrong to do under limit? No, I'm not here saying which is wrong, but if you're going to do under limit tomorrow, that is a business that I lose money, I will use a small take, right? I will use a small stake. If I'm going to do a favorite back, which is a market that I'm profitable, I put a bigger stake. Can see? Guys, I think it's clear. I hope I got through this issue of the branches for everyone. This really works. This works. Do this. Wait to finish the World Cup in spreadsheet. Pull. If you pull now the 3 months ago of Betfair and separate the markets and then separate what you do in each market, this will give you a very large whitening. I hope that I helped someone. Leave a comment down below. If it is possible, I will reply. Sometimes I don't answer because it's too much. Join the channel. That's it. So guys, have a good night everybody. I see you soon.